The night I caught her in the arms of someone else was the night I knew my life was about to change forever. It wasn't just the betrayal, it was the sudden realization that the person I thought I'd spend my life with had never really been mine at all. It was time to let go, even if it meant losing everything I thought I knew about love. That was the moment everything shifted for me. The night I walked in on Sarah, my girlfriend, the woman I thought I'd marry with someone else. It was a painful, shocking betrayal that tore my world apart, but it also became the catalyst for a new beginning. I never expected my life to change so drastically in a single moment, but sometimes that's how life works. You don't get to control the twists and turns. You just have to roll with them. When Sarah and I first met, it felt like the perfect love story. We were the kind of couple people envied, young, carefree, and inseparable. Our relationship was built on passion and promises of forever. But as time went on, the cracks started showing. The little things, the late nights, the secretive texts, the distant looks were all there. But I chose to ignore them, convincing myself that love would fix everything. I couldn't have been more wrong. The truth hit me like a ton of bricks that night. The betrayal wasn't just about Sarah being with Greg. It was about the years I had wasted, the lies I had told myself, and the love I had misjudged. My entire world crumbled in that instant, and I was left with nothing but a shattered heart and an overwhelming sense of loss. In the months that followed, I struggled. I couldn't shake the anger, the hurt, the embarrassment of what had happened. But life didn't stop for me, and I knew I had to find a way to move on. The healing process wasn't easy, but one thing became clear. I couldn't keep holding on to the past. If I was going to move forward, I needed to let go. That's when Jenna entered the picture. She wasn't looking to fix me. She wasn't trying to be my savior. She was just there, a quiet, steady presence that I didn't know I needed. At first, I wasn't interested. My heart was still broken, and I wasn't ready for anything new. But Jenna wasn't like anyone I had ever known. She didn't try to impress me. She didn't play games. She was simply herself, and that was enough. As we spent time together, something unexpected started to grow between us. Jenna had this way of making me feel seen, heard, and understood. She didn't judge me for my past or try to erase it. She accepted it as part of who I was, but she never let it define me. Slowly, I started to open up again, to let my guard down, and to trust that maybe, just maybe, love could be something different this time. We took it slow, no rush, no pressure. But as the days turned into weeks, I realized that I was falling for Jenna. She wasn't like Sarah. She didn't bring chaos into my life. She brought peace. She wasn't about the dramatic highs and lows. With her, everything felt grounded. We spent our evenings together talking, laughing, and sharing the simplest of joys, things I hadn't realized I'd been missing. And it was during one of these quiet nights that I realized something monumental. I had found something real. One afternoon, as Jenna and I strolled through the city, we passed a cafe where Sarah and I had spent countless mornings together. The memories hit me like a tidal wave, and for a brief moment, I froze. My heart started racing, and the old feelings of hurt and confusion crept in. But as I stood there, I realized something important. This wasn't my life anymore. This wasn't my future. I had already moved on, and so had Sarah. It was time to let go, truly and completely. "Daniel, you okay?" Jenna's voice broke through the haze of memories, pulling me back into the present. I smiled weakly. "Yeah, I'm fine." But Jenna could see right through me. "Is it about Sarah?" she asked gently. I paused, taking a deep breath. "Yeah, just memories, but they don't matter anymore." Jenna nodded. "I get it. We all have our pasts. It doesn't mean we can't move forward." Her words struck me deeply. It wasn't about forgetting or erasing the past. It was about learning to live with it. Jenna wasn't asking me to forget Sarah or deny the pain I'd felt. She was showing me that it was okay to move forward, to find peace in the present, and to embrace the future without fear. From that moment on, things between Jenna and me started to change. We began talking more openly about our future, about what we wanted and where we were headed. One evening, after a long day, we sat on the couch together, the familiar hum of the TV in the background. I looked down at her, feeling an overwhelming sense of peace that I hadn't felt in a long time. This was what I had been looking for all along. Not the intensity of my past relationships, not the emotional roller coasters, but something solid, something real. "Hey," I said softly, breaking the silence. Jenna turned to me, her eyes meeting mine. "I love you," I said, the words coming out naturally, without hesitation. She smiled, her eyes softening. "I love you too, Daniel." In that moment, I realized just how far I had come. The pain of my past, the betrayal, the anger, and the heartbreak, they were all behind me now. I had let them go. They were part of my story, but they didn't define me anymore. I had learned from them, grown from them, and ultimately, I had found happiness again. Real happiness. With someone who made me feel seen, heard, and truly loved. Life wasn't perfect, but with Jenna by my side, it was beautiful. And for the first time in a long time, I wasn't looking back. I was looking forward, toward the future we were building together. One day, I received an unexpected message from Sarah. It was brief, just a simple note saying that she had moved on and hoped I had too. It didn't stir up old emotions. It wasn't an apology or an attempt to reconnect. It was just a reminder that our paths had finally diverged, and that was okay. I didn't respond. There was no need. I had already said goodbye to that chapter of my life a long time ago. Jenna was my present. Jenna was my future. As I sit here now, writing this, I can't help but think about how far I've come, from that broken man who walked in on Sarah and Greg to the man I am today, standing beside the woman I love. Life took unexpected turns, but I've come out stronger on the other side, and I'm ready for whatever comes next. Here's to new beginnings, mine, Jenna's, and the life we're building together.